Okay, we wanted to talk a little bit about, I guess you got approved for your Equip slash CSP program and what you think the application use for the DBS would be in that regard.
Okay, yeah. So we got approved for a small number of acres in the Equip program, and so we're doing the precision nutrient management and also cover crops. And so I think, especially like with the precision nutrient management where we have to variable rate things, this would be a good opportunity to test that out and get our fertilizer or whatever, our compost product down at variable rate. I think we'll probably try doing some compost, to meet our nutrient needs. So there's that. And then the cover crop, we'll have to see what the opportunities are there. I don't know. You got to play by the government's rules, but, it might be interesting if we try some of the radishes and stuff like that and see if we can break up some hard pans with them. And
from what I'm understanding, it has to be a 4-way mix minimum, and then 350,000 seeds per acre.
And it has to do with your carbon to nitrogen ratio too. They got a program that they plug it all into, and they figure out what you can do and what you can't.
I see.
A lot of it has to do with the seeds per acre, because I was talking about doing something with the drone, and it's kind of hard to come up with a mix that would work doing the drone.
And that's what somebody told me. The 350,000 seeds per acre range is kind of what the minimum.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think for the NRCS, any of those programs, our water quality and quantity runoff should be a lot better, and where we're not just blowing these products on the surface and letting them wash into our creeks and stuff. We're putting them where they're safe and down in the soil where we want our roots to go. And if we can be planting cover crops all at the same time, accomplishing all those things, it just makes sense to me. We're getting too much runoff of our fertilizers, blue-green algae and nitrates in our water and everything else. But we need to start capturing more of what we get.
Absolutely.
And if we can get our roots to go down deeper and use more of our profile moisture instead of the top 2 inches, then that's going to help us get through the droughts better too.
That's a very good point too, that nutrient profile just opened up to you. And like in some of your soil tests, you were showing that your available nitrogen was this amount, but then your overall nitrogen, your total nitrogen, was just through the roof.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing that guys need to start realizing is when you're pulling a regular soil test and just looking at the nitrate nitrogen, it's very misleading. But when we start looking at the total picture of the possibilities of what we have tied up and how to unlock what we already have, that just opens up the door to get away from synthetic fertilizers and not be so dependent on them. I'm not saying 100%, but so far we've had good success of not putting down any. So yeah, I think all of that stuff just makes sense. I think with the new administration and programs, and as we want to do testing with soil moisture probes where we've done this and where we haven't, see our infiltration rates go up and how we can get through the dry periods. The one thing that I felt was pretty cool, we were kind of dry on top when we were planting wheat, and we cut through the hard pans with this, and there was a whole bunch of moisture down there that we have not been using. We were able to get things up from that depth by using that.
Absolutely.
So if we do dry it out on top, I think we can still get things up.
I will add that with doing cover crops, I kind of feel it's necessary to have cattle in the mix to help pay for the seed, and pay for what you're doing. And then that kind of sometimes necessitates the need for a way to break up the compaction that the cattle cause. So it's kind of a,
It's a win-win.
it's a win-win.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
I think we have a chance if we use all this stuff together.
yep.
It's real exciting.